Alright, welcome back! Fucking Not Dry Podcast, episode 2. We have two guests with us today. We have Victor over here.
Hello.
Your friendly neighborhood veteran. And we have Chris Carter, who is also...
What camera am I looking at?
Pick
Either
one.
or. Both.
Yeah.
That's still.
He's also... He owns his own podcast. He's running that right now. If you want to go ahead and shout yourself out.
Yeah, it's Just Chris Podcast, and you can find that on Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get podcasts at.
He does a little bit different vibes, got a little bit of a different vibe. It's a lot more intelligent than our podcast, that's for fucking sure.
Oh, ours is
I appreciate
we
it.
can make it.
Episode 2! Yes!
Woo! We've made
Episode
this
2!
far.
If you're still watching, we're sorry.
Who's the one that wants
People-
to fight McGregor?
That
That's
is Jake.
Jake Paul?
That's Jake Paul.
Okay.
It's kind of a fucking.
If
yeah.
you call him Logan Paul, it doesn't matter. They're
Jake
literally
Paul-
the same
One of the
Yeah.
Paul brothers.
I would love to see that.
I mean, we all want to see it.
I want to say I want to see Jake Paul get his fucking shit rocked, but I mean he is so much heavier than McGregor. Like that's a hard fight, no matter
He's
how
tall
big
as
you are.
hell,
Fight.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's
a
a
hard
meet in the
fight.
middle. McGregor have to gain 30 pounds. Jake have to lose 30 pounds. It would just be like, what the fuck? It would be a shit show.
Yeah.
I still want to see Jake Paul get his fucking shit rocked. By
I think that's
Conor
what everybody in the world wants to see.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. We got some talking points for today, some pretty serious talking points, actually.
Mhm.
And, I mean, they're all just so good. Things are just going on in 2020.
How are those fucking ribs, dude?
Oh my god, I can't stop eating them.
Now you got a lot
Give
of.
us
So
all
fucking
I
good.
Before we
Him
get into the
ripping
serious
the meat.
topics, you get your beak up to that microphone. You give us some
all the
ASMR.
fucking barbecue sauce on
Yeah,
your
you
fucking
tuck your beak.
ASMR right here. Fucking mukbang, food porn.
Oh.
Hashtag.
Yo, you eat pussy like that?
Max does not eat pussy. They shouldn't have let him
What
up
am I, babe?
the first
I
time.
saw the first fall.
Yeah,
and
he
I was
shouldn't
like,
have been
nah,
let
he's
up.
down
No,
right
dude,
there.
they
Yeah.
counted. The guy counted 9, and he's still wobbling. And then he goes to hug Jake Paul, and he fucking falls again because he's still like losing his balance.
Did Nate Robinson punch him and then Jake
Oh,
Paul
he's-
just caught him on the way in?
Yeah,
from the last
yeah,
knockout? Yeah,
he was.
so.
He should not have been let up, but the ref was gonna give him another shot.
It's really good you guys are hitting a talking point. I have it in here specifically, Jake Paul beating the fuck out of Nate Robinson.
Dude,
So, I'm
it's
sure.
really bad.
The best part is that he's standing up for the small guys, right? 135. He's like, what? How tall is he?
Both of them are very short, small guys. Mayweather and McGregor are both very.
Yeah,
tiny
they're like
guys.
half of this.
half of them.
Half of Lizzie.
My grandpa and my grandma fought harder than that. Like,
They
it's too-
fight?
No, but like I'm just saying, like.
Your grandparents are physically abusive? Hey, Chris, I've got a gift for you. It's underneath your seat. I'm like Oprah. I've got gifts for
You got a
man.
gift for
Yeah,
me
I got
under
a
my
gift for you,
seat?
Yeah.
He has a
You
tattoo
get a
of
gift.
General
You
Mao.
get a gift. What is that? Got you a gift.
Dude,
Felt like you
I've
might-
always wanted a little white shake weight. You know, it's
He's just
A god has returned to the council!
the Pepto
Hey,
Bismol.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back.
Oh man.
I see you're carrying something. What is that?
Pepto Bismol.
You feel-
What if rappers didn't
Going
drink
down.
lean? They just drink Pepto and they're like, yo, pour it up. They just fucking threw one of these in a Sprite.
Drawing from nicotine gives you like
You get a little
liquid
boost.
shits.
When
should
you're an
look that
addict
up.
like me,
Puff
Yes.
it.
You should look
If
that
you
up.
don't puff off the nicotine, you're not cool.
Yeah, throw that over here when you.
I watched a great movie last night.
What's that?
It was called Black Bear with Aubrey Plaza. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but she was on
Oh,
Parks
right.
and Rec. Bro,
shit.
all I know is that I was watching this movie and I spent $7. It came out last night at midnight. I spent $7 to rent it. And I'm asking myself, why did I rent this movie? Like, why am I watching this? And I realized that there's like multiple sex scenes with Aubrey Plaza, and it was fucking hot, and I love it. Aubrey, I don't even know what to say.
You think you could settle down for her?
Oh yeah.
I'd sell my soul.
Can you just
So
repeat
we
what you
will promote Black Bear with Aubrey Plaza if Aubrey Plaza
Wait, you-
goes on a date with Jacob.
Aubrey, let's make it happen.
How many more do we
said? I think this is probably the most important thing that has happened this year. Recently, it came up in the news that there was an incident at a Walmart in Canada, of all
Oh,
places.
fucking
Okay.
God.
Canada. Look, we thought Canada was the last vestige of hope on this planet.
Yeah.
We thought these people were just gonna remain peaceful and just not fuck with anybody, and nothing bad was gonna happen. And then apparently Walmart happened. So Walmart is like one of those places where everybody expects some weird shit, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like people of Walmart's a thing. That
Hey.
website.
You reveal your worst self.
I'm a
at Walmart.
former employee,
Exactly.
so like I was probably the most like
Weirdest.
sane person that worked there.
I
Everybody
saw
else
someone
is-
shoot up in a Walmart parking lot.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
bro, I find needles in chicken wing bones.
What?
Yeah, like skinned off, just the bone only. I
like
find
where?
Wait, you say you find needles and chicken?
Raw chicken.
No. People will
People
go,
just dig through the
they'll go
dumpster.
and take a basket or a bucket of chicken, fried chicken, and just walk around the store, eat it. And I have found over like 10 to 15
Like in the fucking aisles?
in the aisles underneath shit. I only worked there for 2 months, and I found 15 fucking
What?
chicken bones. Like, I don't know.
Anyways, I want to complete the story because this is really important, especially for our guests. Because man, we watched this video and I think it was just like a moment of truth for us.
You want to show them the video real fast?
Yeah, we're gonna watch this video. I'll give you a brief overview for the people watching. We might even throw a clip in if we can do that.
Yeah, if I can find the video, I'll definitely post it with
Yeah.
the content.
But so there's this disabled man working at Walmart, and we like. It doesn't matter which side of the argument, the mask argument that you're on. It doesn't matter. It should not resort to things like this, but it did. So this disabled man who's working at Walmart, just fucking trying to pay his bills, right, and just live his life. Tells this dude,
Or the guy
the
that's at Walmart.
degenerate.
Okay,
The
okay.
guy, he's a patron of Walmart.
Okay,
He's a
okay.
degenerate fuck. The disabled guy who's working, he's the employee, says, "Hey, you need to put on your mask." Doing his job,
Right.
you know, which is perfectly like a normal thing. I don't think anybody would be like, "Wow, fuck you for doing your job." And as you're about to see, the response is just out of this world. There's no words for the response. So I'm gonna show our two guests here. We'll just plop it down.
Do you want to come over
Here
here?
in the
Gotta wait for the
kicks him in the
wait
nuts.
for the finishing move. It's coming up.
Yeah, he Mortal Kombat finishes his ass for sure.
Finish him.
I hate all of you. A man is hurting, being hurt right now.
Oh,
Wait.
What was that?
Watch the.
What was that loud smack?
I gave him the
Yeah.
David Robinson.
Guys, come over here.
Learn that dude's
Hold on,
name.
real talk.
Victor's take.
Hold on, real talk. What kind of disability does this guy have at first?
Is probably just
Not that I'm trying to defend the
Cross-eyed.
guy. What's up?
Nothing.
no.
Yeah,
It's
look up what
probably-
disability.
I mean, regardless. I mean, that was just. I mean, that honestly pissed me off. Like that.
He probably just had like some type of.
I mean, and you guys can
learning
edit this, you
disability.
guys can cut this, but like this is why I carry it. And if I was there, like honestly, I would have fucking pulled my gun out on him. And like, cause there literally was a fucking crowd forming around him.
So this is just a public service announcement from our podcast to your families, friends, everyone who exists. Cut it out. All right, stop. Doing
Stop beating
stupid
up
shit.
fucking disabled people.
You're like, is
Hey,
it
why don't we
over
just change the subject?
Why don't we just?
Anyways, hey.
Why don't we start over?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll start over. Look.
Start over. Just the entire fucking podcast.
Yeah, let's
start
start
over.
over. This is
willing
a
to-
story that I want to tell. This is from my past, all right? This is from my past, but I think it's a good story, and some of you guys have already heard it, but our two guests, I don't believe have. And I think it's fair for me to share something since Victor has been so kind as to reveal.
But I want to share it.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up!
This story's a little bit different, guys. I'm going to tell you a story about how I figured out that I was just not going to end up being anything important in this world and life.
You hate like that.
Why would you say that?
I love you.
Do you need a hug right now? Do you need a hug?
Tell your story.
I'm gonna tell my story, guys. I'm gonna tell my story. So I dated this girl one time. She's just immaculate person. Beautiful, beyond anything I could ever imagine.
Pretty good.
And just to clarify, when I reach the end of the story, you will laugh at me, and that's fine. That's fine. I have fully accepted
You
that
gonna be
fact.
disappointed if I puke instead?
Dude, you
You
can
shut
puke.
the hell up.
You can
Okay.
puke as long as you are laughing while I puke. So I'm dating this girl, and she's just like the fucking diamond in the rough. She's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'm in love with her. And I was a virgin at the time. She was not. I think she'd only slept with like one person. I, on the other hand, had slept with no one. I didn't know what it was like. No idea what it was
Can I
like.
do
to
a
have sex.
quick interruption? Was that the girl we met when you brought her to Applebee's or Chili's at the lifeguard thing?
No, we've never
No,
met
it was
her.
not. You guys have never met her.
Oh.
It was like I think it was like junior year of high school.
Okay.
But man, I'm just saying, like, you guys get it. You understand.
Yeah.
I feel amazing until one fateful night. of course, we did some naughty things. We did some very sexual, deviant things, right?
Right.
We never had the actual sex, though. Let me clarify that. We never had the actual sex. But one night, we're in her bedroom, and her bedroom was 2 twin-size beds because her and her sister stayed in the same room. That was a really weird experience for me. But so like one night, I'm like, we're getting it on, getting hot and heavy. I'm not gonna have sex with her because at that point I don't comprehend when a girl actually wants to fuck you. I don't know what that means. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep fingering her until Jesus comes back. So I'm fingering her.
Logistically,
you're fingering
her
Jesus.
from behind.
I was fingering her from
my
behind.
God.
I'm fingering this girl from behind, and not to get like too many details, but I do have small hands, right? And I know that. Like I'm willing to accept that fact. So I'm fingering her with my really small hands, and she just like all of a sudden out of nowhere, she's like, "Is that your dick?"
It's like this big.
Hey, boy.
Someone pass me another beer, please. I really appreciate it.
Alright, thanks for that. Sit down, please. It was kind of funny how last podcast I mentioned you, and then there's like a foreshadowing for this podcast. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool that I got the nice little shout out on y'all's first episode.
Yeah.
For sure, dude.
I remember you guys gave me a call and told me that you guys were making a podcast and that I inspired you. So
Yeah.
I mean, to see that's a pretty
You
good
were
feeling.
definitely an inspiration. Yeah, I really enjoy you being here. How do you like it? How do you feel?
Dude, it's a different vibe than what I'm used to. I'm used to just like being in my office, just one mic, and I record all the podcasts myself.
Yeah, if you tell the people about how what your process is and what you like to do and who you like to interview and what's going on in this podcast.
Yeah, so I started the podcast probably about a month ago, and I'm still trying to really get a grip on exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's been super challenging, but I think it's also very rewarding. But I mean, how do you guys like recording the podcast so far? I mean, this is only episode 2, so.
Well, we
So
like
far,
it.
so fucking good.
We like it when
Let me
Max
tell ya.
doesn't talk. We like it when
Jacob shuts
We-
up.
Jesus
when
Christ.
I never
Button
stop
corner.
talking.
Yeah, so we
And
like it when he
then-
shuts up sometimes.
When Will is passive aggressive and gets a little angry.
Dude.
I do that. I do.
Yeah.
get angry.
Sometimes
He said doo doo just now.
I'm feeling it, bro. Oh, thank you. Can I throw it around? By getting you guys down here in Wilmington, college kids now,
Yeah.
I think that'll be pretty cool to do. And then, I have a couple other episodes that I'm working on with more professional backgrounds.
Point.
Whose is this? Is there any importance to this?
Is there any importance to that?
I mean,
I don't know. Whatever importance
it's
there is
the-
to that,
it's-
you give it.
Wait.
Okay,
Wait,
can
wait.
I just
It's the
fucking
only-
Can you
do
smash
this?
it for the shot?
Yes.
Dude, what the fuck just happened? Where did you snatch that?
Yes!
That was him.
Oh yeah, it did have an M on it.
Max, was that your ornament?
You guys are literally.
Yeah.
You have to pee-pee? Well, I'll pee-pee and shotgun one in the garage, would you say? Bring the camera down.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll shotgun one in the garage. Anyways, until we see you in the garage, have a good night. We love you all. Thank you for sticking around. We really appreciate it. Shout out to Victor and Chris, 2 of my closest friends and 2 people that I have known for, well, Victor a little bit shorter than Chris, but still, family. Check out Chris's podcast, Just Chris.
Just Chris podcast.
Wherever you fucking find your podcast.
Link in the
it'll be there.
description.
Yeah, it'll be
link
there.
will be in
Fucking Maxwell doing?
They'll never
I'll never